Welcome back. Today is the big day where you guys will definitely get to know the real Shane and LIANA.
Yes.
Welcome to our documentary.
Take you on a cruise if you're down. I might put an ass on snooze if you're down. Maybe we could break the rules if you're down. Just let me know, yeah, if you're down. Love you cause I'm showing up with you. Like baby, when I fall, you pick me up. Like you bless me with all your love. I can't hold on, we can never go down. All the way up from here, that's what I want. Try to break you down, I shoot. They can never wear the same shoes. They don't match up, is there lust if you down? I can take you on
Can you share with us a bit about your background and life before meeting Shane? What were some of the challenges you faced as a single mother?
Okay, well, as a single mom, I faced tons of challenges. So this strip here is called Crotona. I'm on Crotona, and I used to go to this pre-K here. My mom had us in school really, really early. This was like a pre-K 4 for me. And then down the block was where my elementary school was, and then like a block away was where I lived. So we're all in the same place. I went here when I was 4, like I said. So right now we on 182nd in Crotona, and I'm gonna show you along where I grew up. Elementary school that I was talking about. I went here kindergarten, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade. I did get some great friends out of this school, which we are still, the majority of us are all still in contact, and a couple of them actually came out in my videos. Shout out to Joy, who came out in my videos and supported me. A couple of them did, and I met them all here in kindergarten. So this is my old elementary school. It's still called, oh no, it used to be Public School 57. Now it's called Frederick Douglass Academy. If school was still open, I would have went in here and seen what teachers are still there, but school is closed. It's now the summertime. It'll open back up in September. This my grocery store right here. This is Ralphie. Ralphie always took care of us as kids, and he's still there. So I might pass by in the store, not sure, because he's always crowded, just to say hi to him. But yeah, I went there for everything, for hot chocolate, butter rolls, bacon, egg and cheese, steak sandwiches. They got the best steak sandwiches in the whole Bronx. So yeah, shout out. So guys, I'm gonna go in the store. I don't know who's in the store, but maybe just Ralphie's in the store. So come. How you doing?
Ven, que te la pagué, ven. Que no, yo me voy, que no, que te la pagué, que no. Oh, pues dámela. Diablo, Sobida, ven que vine ahí, ven, dame una cosa, Sobida, ven. Que le pague la galleta esa que tiene.
I miss coming here, guys. So Ralphie, how you doing?
Ay, 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 ay,
How's
ay.
the baby?
Baby's good.
How many you have?
3. 3 of them.
What? 3 babies?
3 babies.
Are you crazy? You out of your mind?
No, I'm crazy.
How's your mother do?
She's good.
see
She's
you
good.
sitting there, right?
Everybody's good. Thank you. He makes the best steak sandwiches,
Oh yeah,
guys.
who's the best steak sandwich? No sandwich.
Tell
All kind of sandwich.
There you go. All
All kind of
sandwiches. He
Bacon
makes
and
the best.
Anything.
So he been seeing
Chimichurri,
me.
hikitaki,
Ooh,
taco,
Everything. Todo.
everything we make. De todo. De todo. Para todo. Y dímele hello to your mother.
Okay. And how long you knew me? Tell them.
When you was a little baby.
Little baby. So we on 180th in Crotona. Make sure you go see Ralphie, okay?
That's my daughter wants to leave.
Ah, it's so good to see you, Ralphie. I love you guys. And this is his store. The best sandwiches. Thank you so much.
I heard you were good. You put your arm on for years. Bro.
Yes,
She was. I felt like she was my daughter. Yeah, I felt.
guys, you see this cup? We will put like this, like a bottle. We'll put a hole in it, and we'll make it splash when it was really strong, and we'll get wet in the cup and hang out here. So right now, we on Belmont and 179. This is where I live here my whole life, and my sister still lives here. So hopefully one day I could take her out faster than she could take herself out. And I'm praying for that day. So this is where I'm from, guys. Right here. Guys, I used to play in the back of the building, so this building specifically got like this little backyard thing there. And I wish I could show you guys more in depth because my first apartment where I used to live, I lived there till I was 7, and then I moved around the corner. So from 7 to like 16, 17, I lived here, and then I decided to move with my mom. Come on. So me and my friends, we would run up the stairs to see who would get to the house first, either the elevator or the stairs. I would always take the stairs, I didn't take the elevator. So I grew up here from when I was about 7 years old all the way to 16. I am 33 years old now, and my sister still lives here. So yes, we've been here basically all our lives. And my sister is 36. So hopefully one day we can get out. That's the goal. I really want my sister to get out, and she's trying her hardest, but I feel like I gotta try a little harder for her. I need my niece out of here. So what we would do, sometimes we would get stuck in the elevator. We would have to open the door and climb up, and then open the door and come out on one of the floors, because nobody will be hearing us. We'll be stuck in this elevator for like 4 hours, I swear to God. So now we're here. We go into the 5th floor. And I'm not gonna put the camera up right away because I don't know if my sister wants to be seen. Hey guys, so I'm in my house, and well, it's not my house anymore, but this is my house. This is where I live from 7 years old all the way until I was like 16, 17. So this is it. This is the kitchen. I was really little, so I would step on these cabinets to get cereal, but now that I'm a little bit bigger, I didn't grow much, but now I'm a little bit bigger, I'm like, really? Then, y'all guys are coming in my niece's room. This used to be my mom's room. So, this is my mom's room, And this is now my niece's room. So she's a teenager, as you guys know, and this is where I used to sleep because I always slept with my mom from really young. So I used to sleep here. And then the other room was our room, but that's my sister's room, so I don't know if I could go in there. So I'm not going to go in there, but I'm going to show you the bathroom. So this is the bathroom. I was taking a shower in here all my life for like about years, like years of years. And I would just lived here all my life. Originally, we used to live around the corner, so I'm gonna try to go around the corner now. But yeah, guys, this is it. This is where I used to live at, and we used to chill on this window all the time. Me and my sister, we would just stay here and just talk in this kitchen. So I always knew the kitchen was gonna be a vibe. We would just sit there. My sister made this look really, really nice. She always made her house look really, really nice. She's really creative. I really like it. And I don't know what to say, but this is it. This is it, guys. This is where I used to live, my mom and my sister. So it was, and my dad. So it was us four, and then my dad had, my mom and dad split up when I was 11. He moved out, so then it was just me and my mom. And it was hard for her. It was like really hard. She had 2 daughters. I have 3 kids. And I wouldn't know what to do if I didn't have my husband. Thank you to my husband. But it was really hard for her, so I understand. So we was here, we still here. We still here trying to find a way, and that's just how that goes. But follow along with me, guys. I'm gonna show you everywhere I'm coming from, where I used to go. So in the morning I would wake up and I would walk to the 17 bus stop. I'm gonna show you where that's at. And then my school was far out, so I would take the 17 bus. I was about 12 years old, 11, 12 years old. I would have to take this bus ride all the way to school and then come back home, because my mother didn't have a car to take me to school. So she had to get up and she had to go to work, and I had to go to school by myself. That's the reason why a lot of the times I cut school, or I just never went, or I would hang out with my cousins. We would do that, or sometimes if I didn't want to go to my school because it was just so much drama going on and so much fighting, what I would do is go to my cousin's school, which I got caught and arrested for trespassing, but so what, right? I didn't want to be alone. Alright guys, so I still have no patience to wait for the elevator. I usually just run down the stairs real quick, especially on Friday nights. Stop playing, I was running out of the house, hopping over all these stairs, ready to go nowhere, celebrating complete failure. So that was a little crazy. Sometimes life just has its ways, guys. Trust the process. Sometimes we go in the back of these alleys. You gotta be careful with the rats, because they'll come out and start running at you. Sometimes we come in the back. I'm gonna show you where I used to live. Alright guys, so we went through the building and come around the corner, so we didn't have to walk too much. This is where I lived till 7. Then we moved around the corner. This was my apartment. This is my apartment. This is where I live. This was the number of my building, which was 2024 East Avenue. This block, growing up, used to be a lot of shootouts. My dad would always have us on the floor every other minute. Back in the 90s, there used to be a crack line all the way from the corner of that store all the way back. Just a bunch of people online feeding, just feeding. So this is where I'm from, and I'm pretty sure people in this building I know still, and they still live here. I just don't feel comfortable enough to knock on anybody's door. I love where I come from, it made me, but you wouldn't want to raise a kid in this, trust me. there's a lot of beautiful people in the hood, don't get me wrong, a lot of talent, but it's just not the positive outcome and upbringing you want your kid to be in. You see a lot of drugs, a lot of people who've been through stuff, a lot of mental illness. So it's just a lot, and you don't want that for your kid, you know? You want more of a peace of mind. It's a lot of traffic, no parking, no space. Everything is just, you know? My sister's finally here, thank God, and
I made it.
right? So I'm just showing them where we're coming from.
Yeah.
It's deeper than what y'all see on camera, right?
Yep. There's a lot more to it. You guys been around the block yet?
I ain't really, I'm gonna go to my old junior high school.
You gotta go to Walton High School too, and you gotta go to Walton Ave.
I ain't mad where I come from. You mad where you come from?
Nah, I love where I come from. I'm proud of what we've become, what has helped us to become. A lot of times, a lot of us don't get to reach certain pinnacles in life. Believe in yourself. Get out of here. This is a stepping stone. This is not a place that you want to. And I'm not saying that this is fine for some people. Some people love the city life, but this isn't for everybody. And if you do have a family, you might want to open up your family's, you know, perspective to a different lifestyle. As a Puerto Rican, as a Latina, you know how I feel about being a minority, a black woman. It's so important that we work to get to those pinnacles in life. We deserve our land, we deserve our properties, we deserve our education, and our children deserve to reap all those benefits. And the same way that everybody has those nice, lovely privileges, our children, it's time that we work for them to have those same privileges too.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm doing it for, and I know that's what you're doing.
Yeah, that's basically what I really want to relate the message like that, but I don't really talk like that because y'all know where I come from. I ain't talking too much like that, but I'm just going to give you the story and just show you where I come from. And anything is possible. Of course, to all my young people, anything is possible. Okay guys, there used to be a bus stop right here. This was the 17 bus stop. That's the number of the bus. And it's not here anymore, I noticed. So I would stop here and wait for the bus in the morning. Okay, it's where those people are standing. They moved it. So the 17 bus is right there where the people are standing. This is Tremont Ave, guys. This is where I used to hang out at. I would hang out in front of that store right there sometimes. In the nighttime, we had nothing to do. This is my old school. This is my junior high school. This here was where I knew that I didn't want to ever live in the Bronx ever again, since I was this age. From 12 to 14, I was like, I need to get out. I need to find a way to get out. It was just the worst. I fought a lot here. I got locked up a lot of the times. The cops would just throw your ass in cuffs and beat you up. I went to class. I had classes in all of these rooms. This is it. This used to be called 158. I don't know if y'all know that school, if y'all from the Bronx. So this is where I went to school at. Then I went to Walton High School, which was, I completely dropped out at that point in the 9th grade. And then I stood home 1 year for a whole year, and I was like, I need a better life. I can't live like this anymore. I can't. And my mother let me do it. My mother was like, if that's the life you want to live, like a bum, you can't buy yourself nothing because I'm not going to do nothing for you, then that's your choice in life. And that was the best lesson ever taught to me because it made me really ambitious in high school. It really did. Then I started college and my life started to change. So just looking at where I'm coming from, it's just like a big ass circle. I went from there to there to there. It's just a circle. It's a circle of life when you grow up here. Like you're not really gonna get out of here unless you really work hard. Like I'm talking about really a focused kid. And let's be honest, it's so hard to focus when you have so many friends. And this is where my sister used to go to school. This is her school right here. This is is where she went to school. 1010.
What's going on, bro? Yo, bigger.
I love you.
I appreciate it, bro. That's what we're doing right now. We're doing a documentary right now.
I'm so Star Trek right now. Shane and LIANA.
Yes, that's us.
You
Yes.
have a beautiful family. Anyway, I gotta go.
Thank you
brother.
so much.
Y'all be
Take
safe.
care.
Thank you.
Where I lived at it wasn't my ideal, dream place to live, and I was alone a lot of the times, and I really just struggled being a single mom so much. I did have a little bit of help from my mom from time to time, and Evelyn, of course, but there was times that I would wake my daughter up in the morning, and we would take the bus, and I'll bring her to the daycare, and I would run to class, and there was also a lot of uncomfortability in my mom's house. I didn't have the freedom to study and have somebody to watch my kid. I didn't have any real support, not even financially. So I found ways to make money and to still go to school and to still take care of my kid. I was living with my mom. That was the most financial help I did get, which I do appreciate it. And it was just a really uncomfortable situation because I was the only one who, I felt like my daughter could rely on, and it was a lot of times I had to leave my daughter in the babysitter and literally be in school from 7 in the morning to 10 at night. It was really hard, man. It was hard. There was times, I didn't even have a bed. I didn't have a bed. And thanks to London's grandfather who actually got me a bed. There was also times where my mom and we got into a big fight, and I also moved out. And I just, having my child, I just didn't know how to maneuver because she was someone I had to focus on. So I know I needed a job, but then I knew who was going to watch my child, and also who could afford to pay babysitting, because I wasn't able to afford that. And again, thanks to Evelyn, who held me down the majority of my time in college. But it was really a struggle. I did it alone, and I feel proud. I did have some help from my mom, but the reality is I didn't have an outlet. I don't even know sometimes how I'm here. I don't even know. Life just happens, but it was really hard, man. I remember having postpartum for a year and a half. I had went through so many bad thoughts. The depression was so real. There was times, I remember some really uncomfortable times. I remember walking 2 miles, 3 miles alone. I'm just so happy that I passed them stages, but I went through really bad depression. My mom wasn't there for me mentally, and London's biological dad was nowhere to be found. He was actually incarcerated, and the only person I really could lean on was Ashley and Evelyn, and Ashley held me down. That's why she's my best friend, and she's she was there. She was there to help me even financially with London. And she's still here. And she still helps with London financially. Whatever London wants. All London has to say is, Ashley, I want something. But my dark days, man, if it wasn't for Ashley, man, I don't know. It wasn't for Ashley and my daughter, because London was just something so special. Like, even when I was struggling and trying to get past all of that depression and struggle, she made me so happy. And sometimes she would be like, oh, Mom, let's dance. And it was hard. And I didn't want to be around people, because when you're going through something so dark, you want to stay away from everybody. And it was just always me and her, me and my daughter. And even though it was hard, I didn't regret it. I didn't regret it. And I was blessed to have her overall. But there was just times I didn't know what I was really gonna do. I swear. I wasn't really in, like, I was staying with my mom, but I felt like a lot of it wasn't stable, because it was just so much drama all the time. And nobody wanted to be around that, on top of being like depressed and going through so much. So I just started to find a way, and I put my daughter in private school early at 3 years old. And when I was able to do that, my life started to change, because I had more help. She was able to be in school. I was able to work and study. But those first 3 years was crucial. It was crucial. Sometimes I didn't even have $1 in my pocket. Not even $1. And Ashley would hold me down. Ashley always helped me out. And I appreciate that. For real.
What were the factors that influenced this decision?
The main reason why I moved from Jamaica to America is for opportunity, better opportunity. Because all my life, all I see, all I know is poverty. This is my grandmother right here. Scarlett, this is your great grandmother. London, this is your great grandmother. You don't tell me your name? What's your name? No, you don't want to tell me? Okay, it's fine. You're going to tell me later, right? I'm going to come back later and tell me your name later, right? No pressure, no rush. See our cousin, guys. But she don't want to tell me her name. What's your name?
What's your name?
Tell me your name. No, you don't want to tell me? It's okay, no rush. But guys, yes, this is it. This is where I'm from. This is my grandmother's house. How you feeling, Auntie Magic? Happy to see you, man. Take a look, right? This is our yard. where I'm from. So this is the bathroom. We'll take a bath. Let me show you guys the toilet.
Alright.
Let's take a look. It's updated right now. Usually be pit toilet.
You should show her.
Okay, go. I'm gonna show y'all. Come. So this is where we used to. This is where you use toilet. We gotta do caulking and stuff. You see this thing falling down? Yeah. So when we're to take a bath, this is where we go take a bath right here.
Where? Okay. I see.
No,
Oh
right
no.
here.
Right here.
And then the water right. This is the stand on mine.
Okay.
Everything changes.
Oh, they're just waiting.
This is where the bed is at.
Okay.
You got something to see. And this is where I'm from.
Very clean and pretty.
Yep.
Look, is this
Chicken.
Oh, they're going chickens. Oh.
This is the breadfruit tree right here, so we're going to climb and get breadfruit.
Okay.
This is the line where we hang our clothes out when we wash. Yeah, this is my grandmother's house right here. And this is where I used to come. This is where I used to come every time I get food from my grandmother's. This is the kitchen right here. This is standing water. And then when water come right here. And we used to play marble right here.
Is this the mango tree?
Yeah, it's an East Indian mango tree.
Oh.
See, East Indian mango right here.
Oh my God.
So yeah, and so we buying it. We have it in the yard. So we have East Indian, we got breadfruit, we got ackee right there. These are stuff that we don't have to buy. And this is mint. Look at Pop.
Yeah.
This is mint tea. Want to boil mint tea?
Oh, I know that.
Yeah. Everything changed, but we can still find money in that place. And okay,
Of course.
I guess I grow, you know.
Of course, you're right. When I say you grow, you go and grow. So yeah, of course. But could I make enough five at the place?
So this is what we used to jump as a kid.
Jump in.
They come meet my uncle.
Hi, how are you?
This is my wife, LIANA.
Nice to meet
This
you.
is my daughter, Scarlett. My daughter, London.
You know,
Hello.
And my son, Shane.
you know, I only saw you on the social media.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
us.
Okay, what happened is that?
So let's open our
Yeah,
one.
man, yeah,
Give thanks, you know what? Yeah, so you know, I'm looking low.
Yeah. In person, right?
Bumbo class, Lola Dan.
I don't know you, nigga. How are you, man?
Lola Dan, you know, brother?
It's a prank, nigga. There's so much prank. Then we'll take that catch you.
You're the fun, cuz.
Yeah, man, man.
You're the fun.
They have a gun, man. Sure.
This is my never client place, man. It's my cousin, yes, sir.
Hi,
Wife,
pleasure to
LIANA.
meet you.
Daughter, Scarlett. Daughter, London.
Yeah, I can't.
And the little boy, brother.
And come on with that. Straight up.
It's the best ice cream. Come here to get ice cream and stuff. That's where Super live. Super live over there, sir. Yeah, this is what we see. We used to try to go and all that. Yo! Wagwan! My uncle used to live here, Uncle Barry. He passed away a few months ago. May his soul rest in peace. My kindergarten school is right here. That's the go school right there, right there.
Where's his name?
So this is where I was born at, Princess Margaret Hospital. Yeah, this is the hospital I was at. license. Welcome to my mom's house.
Welcome to Grandma's house.
Mom, I'm so happy to be here. I shout to my beautiful mom, man.
I'm so happy you guys are here, man.
Listen, guys, you don't understand. I'm so emotional right now. I'm so emotional right now. I'm looking back where we're coming from. You see, guys, where we just show you guys where my grandmother is at. That's where we're coming from, guys. And my mom is here now. You know, I love this. Let's take a look at the house, guys. Yeah, she built this house from scratch. Yeah. I'm gonna come paint this house for you, mom. But listen, we're gonna have our own house on this one. We're gonna build upstairs for us. And more upstairs. Yeah, we're gonna do that. You can add on. You see how high the house over there? It's really high.
It's like 7,000 square
I just think when you add upstairs, down there was so hot.
Oh, because the sun out.
Right.
Yeah. So my mom don't like upstairs because her knees. So we just make upstairs, and how you go, you can see the view. You see the beautiful view to see?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, look. Look at my sister. Oh, look at Scarlett. Look at Scarlett. Yeah, this is my sister when she graduated from university. And look at me and Dime.
Oh, look at you.
When I graduated, this is when I graduated college in the Bronx. Look at London. Look at London right here. Look at London.
I'm loving that.
She was right there with me right there. That's London. That's LIANA. That's you right there, babe. My sister, Scotty. Ah.
I love
this is the kitchen.
Okay, the dining room. And this is the counter. This is a luxury.
That's what I'm saying. This counter is luxurious. I love this.
This whole queen right here.
And you have the bathroom.
What the bathroom big?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's huge.
Oh, this is tall. This tile is unique.
I like this tile too.
I love this.
Princess house.
Bathroom right here. I love this, guys. Over here is what? Over here is a room over here. Okay, this is a room over here.
Extra room.
Extra room. I think this is a giant room.
Oh, okay.
Okay, it's a giant there. Jaja. Yeah, this is giant room. See, it's for colors and
Jahi's
stuff.
room is very clean, guys.
Very clean.
Very clean.
This is another room right here.
This is Grandma's room, Ma's room. This is your grandmother's room. It is huge, and she has 2 entrances. So
Wow, I love this, man. This right here is beautiful.
what's that?
That's a tank.
Oh yeah.
So that's a tank. The one I tell you on the rooftop with water come down?
So they. Wow! Look at this big ass house.
Yeah, that house is huge. That's never done yet. They have a view.
They got a view.
So, babe, what do you felt going back to my hometown today? See my grandmother and everybody.
So I was really emotional. I'm still emotional, to be honest, because I could not believe that these kids come from that. I was like, oh my God, I was really, really emotional. I'm still emotional. So
It's okay, babe. We're here now, you know? We're here now, baby. So, that's where I'm from. These kids understand we're still struggling in Jamaica. And most of us made it out. Some of us don't. But some of my family is still there.
no,
And-
they all there.
And I wish I could help them, you know?
They all there, and I was just there like, oh my God. I don't know how Shane got the opportunity to be where he's at. And it's a blessing, babe. I'm so proud of you. I'm
love you,
so
baby.
proud of you.
I love you.
Super proud. I'm sorry, but I was an emotional wreck. Like, oh my God, just to see how it was just a whole lot for me to intake. But I'm super proud of you. I
Dime.
respect you. And I hope that, God gives you everything you ever asked for in life because you work for it. Nothing was ever free, but I was really, really emotional, and I'm really proud of you, and I want to say that. Wow. Like, I'm just so proud of you, and I'm happy for you. Everything that you have in life, I'm so happy for you. It was such a struggle. Like, guys, I know you like, maybe like, what's the big deal? But that's a big deal because I didn't know where my husband came from, and I never understood it. But I was so emotional. I still am. I can't believe you came from that.
Yeah, man. So my mom struggled a lot, you know,
A
to
lot.
put food on the table for us. But one thing I could say that I think take me from that situation was my mom instilled us to take schoolwork serious.
Right.
She said education is the key to success. So whatever we do, you have to get good grades, have to pass all your exams. And then me having my role model, I have my older sister, my older brother. They was my role model because they was very smart. So I said I can't come and not be smart as well.
Right.
My mom was very, very strict on us. As a kid, I didn't understand it, and I used to pray for another mom. Like literally, when she used to be so strict and me being on my schoolwork, I used to wish I have another mom that wasn't strict on me. But now I'm older, I regret even wishing that. Because I had the best mom. She would prepare me for the future. She helped me to become the man I am today, to make me go places that where I'm at right now because of the morals she instilled on me and my brothers and my sister. So I can't complain, man. The struggle was real, and we're blessed that we're not struggling like that no more. And I just want to help everybody there in the community. As you guys can see, my grandmother's still there, my cousin, my uncle, all my family is still there, guys. And they have the younger ones going through the same thing that I was going through. Like my little cousins, they're there. Yeah. So I really want to just go back and bless everybody.
And I'm so proud of you. Oh my God, I'm so proud of my husband, guys. I'm emotional because I cannot believe he really, really lived like that. Like, that's just, and it's not like, I don't want you guys to think it's bad living, but I'm not used to that. So I didn't know where he was coming from. And I'm proud. I'm proud of you.
I love you, baby. I love you. Thank you.
I'm so proud of you.
I want to thank my wife so much for being such a great wife she is, because she makes a lot possible for me, you know. And you guys are gonna know pretty soon, man. But babe, I love you. Appreciate you. I am the third child for my mom. She was a single mom of 4. I got 2 brothers and 1 sister, my older sister. And growing up, it was a struggle, you know. We didn't see our life outside of poverty. All we know is the struggle that we born seeing, and we didn't see no way of it changing, you know, because her mom struggling trying to put food on the table for us. Even though it was a struggle, we never miss a meal. She always found ways to make sure we have food, we go to school. She always found ways. So growing up seeing that my mom is a hard worker and she's doing it by herself, it instilled a lot in me to like want more for myself. I never see my life in America at all. I never see no way for me to be in America, no opportunity, no nothing. Because my dad had left when I was a baby. I heard he left when I was a baby. So growing up, I never knew my dad. He wasn't there, and all I know is my mom. So usually when people go to America, they get a chance to go to America by maybe a family file for them, or they know somebody that could actually help them to get to America. Growing up with my mom's side of family, nobody from my mom's side of family actually live in America or be in America. I know there was no chance for me to be in America, so it didn't even cross my mind. The life that I see people live in America, I can only see it through the TV. And, you know, it was a rough life for us. It was really rough. But the main reason why I moved to America is for opportunity. Not only me, but a lot of people move from Jamaica for a better opportunity. And to go deep into the story on how I actually take the leap, or how I get opportunity to leave to America, is go back to through my father, my dad's side of family, you know. They're the one that helped me to get to America. And to go deep into the story, After graduating high school, I graduated with 1060 subject. After graduating high school, I knew it wasn't possible for me to go to college because of the financial struggle that my mom didn't have the money or anything. And then one day, because I'm from St. Thomas originally in Jamaica, I'm from St. Thomas, Church Corner, and then I moved to Prospect. So I'm from Jamaica, St. Thomas. So one day, after graduating high school, I traveled to Kingston, and I went to visit the address that my dad was living. Mind you, my dad had left since I was a baby. But from my time being a baby growing up, I seen him maybe when I hit 9th grade. One time, I remember seeing him when I was in 9th grade or 7th grade. And he came and gave me a phone, and then I saw him for like another day, and then I never seen him again. So after graduating high school, I went to Kingston to actually go to the address where he was living. And when I went there, my grandfather, which is his dad, told me that he's in jail. You know, he was locked up. So he told me to go visit my aunt, which is my dad's sister. She was selling downtown. She had like a store and stuff like that. And I remember it like it was yesterday. I went to visit her, and I told her that I am her nephew. I'm her brother's son. And I think she remembered me. And my time being there, she asked me like what I want to do with my life, how my grades in school and stuff like that. She asked, and I tell her everything. I tell her that I passed with 1060 subject, and she was happy for me. She was like, "Wow, that's great," you know. And I remember that day she gave me sneakers from her store, and then she said, "You know what? I'm going to talk to your uncle in America." So mind you, this is the first time actually meeting this side of family. Like first time meeting my aunt, first time meeting my grandfather, first time hearing about my uncle and stuff like that. So she told me that she's gonna talk to my uncle who was living in America at the time, still living in America, and he was in the army at the time. And she said she's gonna make him help me to go to college. So off the rip, I was super excited and ready. And I told my mom about it. I told her I met my aunt and stuff like that. I was super excited. To fast forward everything, guys, I actually ended up going to college that year. So grateful and thankful to my aunt for making the connection with my uncle. My uncle paid for the tuition that year. So I went to UTEC in Jamaica. So while I was staying in UTEC, my aunt spoke with my uncle for me to stay in his house in Portmore. So I was staying in Portmore in my uncle's house, and my mom would send money for my groceries and stuff like that. So I was basically living alone by myself. But my aunt was living like up a block. So if I ever need anything like wrong with us or anything, I'll go to her. But overall, I was like a man of the house because I was the only one living there, and I will just take care of the home and go to school. When I get to be in America, my aunt know a lady that worked in a college in Tennessee, and she told me to apply to be a student there in Tennessee, and I applied. She helped me with the application, and my mom sent the money for the application and stuff like that, and we paid for everything. We did the application, and the fact that I passed, I graduated high school with 1060 subject, that helped me a lot to get the opportunity to get this, to get accepted into this college. So I got accepted. So I get accepted into this college while being in Jamaica. They went through my application, everything, accept me. We paid a fee and everything, and I went to the embassy and they granted me an F1 visa, student visa. So that was where my life changed. That was a moment when I realized that I actually get opportunity to leave Jamaica. It's my first time actually traveling, and it was such a happy moment for me the day when it worked out that I get the F1 visa to travel, because I went and I did an interview when they approved it, everything was accepted. January 14, 2014. And that same year, my aunt was to come up to live in America because my grandmother filed for her and her husband and her kids. So she was supposed to come up after. So she gave me the opportunity to actually get a chance to apply for this F1 visa, my aunt. And I will never forget that. I will never take that away. My aunt did that. You know, she knew the lady, and that was a life-changing moment for me. So I took the opportunity, and now I'm in America. And the deal was for me to actually come to New York. The deal was for me to come to New York to spend a week. I think a week the most. I was supposed to spend a week in New York, and then I was supposed to take the bus to go to Tennessee to start school. So coming to New York, it was my first time. I took the plane alone, and my grandmother met me at the airport. It was my first time meeting my grandmother. They just told her how I look, saying that I look like my dad, so she should look out for the big nose because it's a signature in the family. So she found me at the airport. She was with my aunt at the time, my aunt, another aunt that I have, and she lived in England now. So I remember when I first came to America, so I was supposed to spend 5 days in New York, and then I was supposed to take a bus to go to Tennessee to start school. So while I came to America, I was staying with my grandmother, and then a few days, like maybe 2 or 3 days after, it was a bad winter storm that year. I could never forget. January 2014 was a bad winter storm. It was so bad that the college I was supposed to go to in Tennessee, it got shut down. So I was supposed to go to college to live in dorm. So the storm was so bad that the dorm and everything was messed up, that they had to cancel school the entire semester. So now I had to sit out of school and stay with my grandmother in New York because everything was bad in Tennessee. There was no dorm because of the winter storm. So now I had to stay with my grandmother. So while I was staying with my grandmother, I went through a lot. I went through a lot there because it was like a new transition for me, for being under a new family. Even though there was my family, it was my first time being around them and getting to know them and seeing how the environment, the household runs, you know. And the way it was running, it wasn't the best because my aunt, even though she had helped me, and my grandmother who was there helping me as well, it was a stressful moment for me being in that house. It was really stressful because the transition for me to being under their wings, and I just wasn't used to the household, the running of the household. It was very stressful for me. And I tried my best because my mom raised me to be very polite and respectful. I tried my best to be respectful, as respectful as I can. And I feel like, a lot of time I feel like it was being abused because I was so kind and respectful. So I was like the guy or the boy in the house that they would have to do everything, you know. I had my cousin there, and he wasn't doing half the stuff I was doing in that house. Being in that house, I wasn't working. I wasn't going to school. I was just there sitting around. So being in a Caribbean home, it's like you cannot just sit around like that. So I have to constantly doing stuff in the house. And there's no problem. I don't mind doing stuff in the house because I raised doing stuff, but it was stressful for me. You get to a point where it was so stressful that the bickering and the both of them coming at me and I have to do this, I have to do this, I have to do that, it was stressful. And what broke that stress was a moment when my aunt, because she actually came, I don't know if I told you guys, she actually came to America and she was like working and staying in my grandmother's house on weekend, whatever. And what broke that stress was when my aunt finally leave New York. To be honest, guys, it was rough, but a little bit of it was over when my aunt moved from New York. So staying in that house, the summer passed, so my aunt wanted me to go with her to the state that she was moving to. I choose to stay with my grandmother. And ever since then, our relationship never been the same between me and my aunt, because I choose to stay with my grandmother. And I don't regret staying with my grandmother at all. I'm happy with my choice. And staying with my grandmother showed me a lot. She taught me a lot, and she actually helped me to start Bronx Community College. I went and I applied because I met awesome people along the way. While I was there the summertime, I met Coach Stoney. Awesome man, he's a coach. So I used to run track. So my interest in track, I think my aunt tell him to take me out to run because I was there in the house. So it was one of the best decisions she ever made, because I was so stressed at one point that I want to go home. I want to go home. I was crying, tears, that I want to go home. I want to go home. I want to go back to Jamaica. It was that bad. I was crying. So I tell everybody until this day that if it wasn't for Coach Stoney, I would have went back home. It was so stressful. Like, I was crying tears, crying myself to sleep, crying tears, that I want to go home, because I never been this stressed at home. I never been in this struggle. Even though I was born in poverty, I never been struggling like this until I came to America. So I would cry, and I think God sent Coach Stoney. And Coach Stoney would actually come in the early morning to have me work with him since the early morning, and he would pay me out of his paycheck, because he used to do delivery work where he had the van and he would drive and deliver the stuff. So he would have me in the car with him, just to be with him and drive around the day, just to be out of the house. On weekend time or every 2 weeks, he will pay me out of his paycheck. It might not be much, it might be $50 or $100 there, but I used to appreciate that, because after work, he would take me to training to run track. So all my time was being out with him. So all those time being out with him, not being in the house, it made me more happy, because being in the house was getting to a point where it was so stressful for me. So he was a coach at Bronx Community College at one point, and I think he motivated me and inspired me to apply to go to school at Bronx Community College. So I applied. I get all my documents and everything transferred over, sent to the school, and I remember my grandmother gave me $500 to put towards my first tuition, and the rest was my mom, Constant and my mom. And mind you, I was an international student, guys. I was on an F1 visa. And if you know international student tuition, different from a person who reside in America, who live in America. Because I was considered an international student, so my tuition is actually higher than the average student. So my tuition was looking like $5,000, $6,000 a semester. So all this money, my mom would actually send back to back, and I wasn't working. So my mom would have to send those money for me to pay for my tuition, and she paid it until I complete my tuition. It was so bad that my mom had to borrow money from family and friends to help me to finish school, and then she would try and struggle to pay them back, you know. So she helped me to finish college. My mom, she did it all, you know. My grandmother started. She gave me $500 to put towards my first tuition. And shout out to my grandmother, you know. The entire time being in America during those time I was staying in her house. You know, as you guys know, nothing is perfect. So the stress was there, but I appreciate my grandmother, you know. She had to work. She had to pay her bills. She had to do what she had to do. A strong lady, you know. She inspired me. She motivated me. And she, until this day, you know, I love my grandmother, man. My grandmother's awesome. She's great. If it wasn't for her having a house for me to go to when I came to America, I don't know where my life would have been right now, you know? So shout out to my grandmother. She helped me along the way. So even though my dad wasn't there for me all my life, I'm here because of his side of family, through him. Because if it wasn't for my dad's family, I wouldn't get an opportunity to meet my aunt, for her to make me do the application to get an F1 visa, to get to America, to do all that. So all this All that help right there is coming from my dad's side of family. And I'm really grateful and thankful for everyone and every family that helped. And I appreciate it 100%.
Could you describe the struggles you faced while living in Jamaica, particularly in the board house with your single mother and siblings? How did those experiences shape your determination to pursue a better life?
Going back to Jamaica, we was living in a small board house. And this is like the average home from where I'm from. Like everybody in the community, it's like a village. Basically, everybody in the community living in one of these board houses. And it was bad. It was really bad. It was so bad that when it rains and the water fall, we would have a leak coming down in the house because actually it's zinc. We used zinc for the roof. It was bad because the house was old. Plenty of time, like I said, when it's rain, there will be a hole in the roof and water will be leaking on the bed. We have to move the bed. We have to put bucket to catch water so the entire house don't be flooded out with water. And these houses we were living in, they have cellars. Cellar is like the house is high and it's standing on feet. So the board that you walk on, sometimes it will just lift up. So I remember one day my mom walked and her foot fall in the cellar and almost break her leg, practically. And so those are some stuff that we go through living in the house. It was just bad, and we share a bed. So growing up, all I know was my siblings and my mom. We have my cousin and my uncle. They was living in the same house as well because we was joined together. That's my uncle Clivey. So all we know is each other. All we know is love, the sharing, because my mom raised us sharing, like, listen, we're gonna share. All we have is this, so we have to share to make it work. So growing up, the struggle was real, man. It was a lot of time when I would see my mom cry tears, like real tears, and she would like pray. Like my mom prayed a lot, and that's good. I think that's where what keep her going a lot. The prayers, she constantly praying. That's one thing I can say about my mom. No matter what, she always prayed. So my mom prayed a lot. So when time would get rough, I see her break down and cry. She'll pray to God, like, God, when things gonna get better for me? When? Like, she'll pray and ask, And my mom struggled, man. She had it rough. We were kids, so we didn't have it rough, because it was up to our mom to provide for us and stuff. We didn't know the real struggle until we get older and realize how hard our mom had it. Plenty of time we didn't have water because it was a board house. There wasn't no inside bathroom where we just walk to the bathroom in the house. The bathroom was a pit toilet. Pit toilet means that it's just a toilet. It's like a dig hole, like a deep hole, with like a seat that you do number 2, you do number 1, and it just go down in a hole. So you don't flush. It's none of that. It just stays stink, and everybody uses it. Our family, everybody in the community that don't have a toilet uses it. So we'll just go there and use the bathroom, and it just stay there with the stool and the pee and the tissue and everything in the bottom of it. And you can just look down in the hole looking at the stool, and there's no water. I can say don't flush. It's just like a hole, they call it pit toilet. So that's what we used to use until later on. My uncle, it was the same concept with the hole, and he actually put like an actual toilet right now on top of it, and literally all you have to do is go full water from the pipe to actually pour in it for it to flush. So it wasn't no automatic toilet that you press the thing on the side for it to flush. We have to go full water and pour it in for it to flush. And talking about water, we didn't have water at one point. I remember we have to walk miles to actually get water to wash our clothes, water to cook, and water to take a bath. So I can remember my mom, my brother, my older sister, me. There's a place called Standpipe. It's like a main pipe for the entire community. So that's where we go to full water from that pipe. So we have to walk like a mile or two to full water. And a lot of time we have water on top of our head, like we fold the towel on top of our head and put a bucket on top of our head, and our head just sink like this, and we just walk with it for a mile or two. And that's the life I'm coming from. See my mom go through it, see my brother do it, my older sister, just to take a bath, just to wash clothes. And guys, there was no washing machine. We used to wash clothes with our hand. My mom used to wash all the clothes with her hand and hang them on the line outside for them to dry. And if you don't take it off when it's raining, you have to wash them over again because now it gets stink and smell bad like rain. Out of all the struggle that I experienced growing up, my mom taught us independence. My mom taught us everything. My mom taught us how to cook from a very young age. My mom taught us how to wash our own clothes, how to iron our uniform to go to school. She taught us responsibility to be punctual, be on time. Out of all of that struggle, I don't regret nothing at all. You know, I regret to see my mom struggle and cry that much, but I don't regret the struggle, man, because it actually made me who I am today. But otherwise from that, man, it was all my brother clothes passed down to me. His shorts, his shirt. Plenty of time I'm walking, my shorts is ripped. My shoes is open like this. The front is wide open, and we're still wearing it to school. You know, so looking back on my life, man, I don't regret it. I don't regret nothing at all. It was a real struggle, but there's beauty in the struggle. When I started becoming like a preteen and being a teenager now, I wanted more. I really wanted more for myself. And even way younger, I think since I was like 7 and 8, me and my best friend Super, we usually go to the dumpster and dig up the dumpster. Like this is the main dumpster where all the garbage is dumped. So I'm talking about high lump sum of garbage, shit, everything dirty. And me and my friend would be in the garbage, digging up in the garbage to get aluminum to sell. Like literally those times back in Jamaica, when you get aluminum, they crush it and they weigh it by pound. Depending on how heavy it is, you get money for it. So the more you have, the more money you get. And it's not much, sometimes like $20. It all depends on how many aluminum you actually collect. So we'd actually collect them in bags, and then by the end of the week when the truck comes, we go to the truck to sell them aluminum to get money. And that's one of the hustles I found in the struggle, that we actually find our own ways to try and generate money. Also in Jamaica we have fruits. So me and my friend Super, we would actually pick haki, like the Jamaican national fruit. We would actually pick it like early morning. We get up, pick haki, and we actually go sell it to people in the neighborhood. And I remember our first customer, it was an old lady. She was the first to actually bought fruit from us. And that was a life change, man, because the moment she bought from us, we get a little money. We see that we can actually do this and make money, and we continue to do it. I don't regret it at all.